Good morning and welcome to the Mike Show for Monday, July 6, 2026. 69 degrees at 8:48 a.m. and I am your host, Va Kamal, and I'm a sinner. And I'm powerless and my life is unmanageable. Humility and gratitude are the keys to life. It's always today, it's always now. My life is not my own. My will not be done. There's no reality but God. And the only thing we have to do is die. So how are we going to live today? There's Coke. And there's Gracie. Gracie! Gracie! And I hope and pray I can live from my heart a life based on faith and not fear. There's the princess. Coke. Oh, look at Gracie. Where's Ruthie? There's Ruthie. Ruthie! Ruthie! Oh boy, Monday, July 6th. And it's a quiet morning in this bucolic Dorf I call home, which I'm not complaining about. I like that. It was quiet yesterday, too. It's amazing how quiet it is. And we have been up basically since the first light in the sky, whatever time that was. Sleeping on Audie's bed in the living room. Else was with us, and she was just purring up a storm. We got out of bed around 6 o'clock, made coffee, cold thin watery gruel, which I haven't had for a few days. And everyone went outside. Everyone's back now. Ruthie took a while to get home, but when she came home, she was pretty good about coming right up to me and let me pick her up and bring her in the house. And as I was coming in, Gracie snuck out on me. She went out hunting dragonflies and other insects. But yeah, been a pretty good morning so far. I'm just enjoying it. Other than the company my loves, the other thing that I'm really enjoying right now is the scent of that flowering linden tree. It started blooming the other day, and it's nowhere near full bloom. Every one of them light green colors out there has a flower on it. In fact, we should just go out and look at them, and you can see them. And it's a subtle scent, but there's so many thousands and probably even millions. I don't know if there's a million, but there's thousands of blooms on this thing once it blooms. And once it does, that subtle sweet smell becomes just so powerful. Oh yeah, there's more opened up since we first looked at it, but you can see them. Oh yeah. And these things are all over town, and they are just a heavenly scent. Uh-oh, there's Gracie. She's trying to sneak out again. No, Beba. No, Beba. You gotta stay in. You gotta stay in, little girl. You gotta stay in. I know you want to be out there, but it's almost time for me to get out and head to the DPW and drop off some lawn clippings and cat litter. Used cat litter. They have piles there where you can drop leaves and lawn clipping and everything like that. And then they let it turn into what? What do they call that? Compost piles. And then once it turns back to dirt, you can go get some if you want some. And it helps cut down on my trash expenses because these girls just do not use litter boxes. So we go through quite a bit of it. And like Grandpa Sodi said in the movie Escanaba in the Moonlight, anything free is worth saving up for. Look at that sweet girl. Gracie! Anyhow, yeah, we had coffee and wake up time. Else went out. She had some good adventures. They all did. Look at, she's going to see Uncle. You gonna go see Uncle Max? Huh, baby girl? But yeah, we've washed some dishes, cleaned noogie boxes, did some accounting, got our kettlebell workout in, and ate our gruel, had coffee. I'm ready to start working on an electric coffee, one of my iced coffees, as I call it. And we have somewhat of a plan for today, and a good plan today is better than a perfect plan tomorrow. What are you looking at out there, honey? What's out there? What do you see? Something or someone's out there caught her attention. What do you see? Is there a birdie or something? What are you looking at, honey? I don't see anything out there. Then again, I wear trifocals. So anyway, got a mess there from some of the catnip. They've been working on that since they brought that branch in the other day, or I should say I brought it in. They broke it off from the plant that's out there that our friend Des gave us. But anyway, oh boy, I've been yammering on for quite a bit. Time for a break. Welcome back. And I don't really mean that. And I didn't mean it when I said good morning either. I'm here with Koki. And speaking of Koki, Princess Coco Honey Bunny, yesterday's thumbnail was a shot of her aunt, whom she's named after, Chloe Clarice. Oh boy, Chloe number 1 was originally named Half Squat, and she was named after my grandmother and my mother, my maternal grandmother. A friend of my sister couldn't remember my grandmother's name, as the story goes, so she called her Chloe, and I just liked that name. So when we had our first Chloe, we named her Princess Coco Honey Bunny, Chloe Clarice. Yeah, we did. Didn't we, honey? And you're named after her, and you're a good, sweet girl like she was. Yeah, and you look an awful lot like her, except the original one had long hair. She was Max's sister. And they were like bookends. They really were. Oh, Peppa. Chloe number 1, she was a special girl, and she loved her Uncle Sage. And, oh boy. She disappeared, I believe it was October 6th or 5th in 2015. It was like 3 days after we buried my brother John. And yeah, and I know Mikey really missed her, and I felt really bad about that. I think a coyote probably got her. I have no idea. That's the trouble when you don't know what happened to him. I think she was here early in the morning. We were sleeping here out at camp, and Mikey kept trying to wake me up, and I didn't want to get out of bed, and he was real antsy and scratching at the door. Of course, she would have probably jumped up on the windowsill. But either way, that last couple weeks she was with us, she had the habit of going out, taking off, and then not coming home till the wee hours. I remember lots of times during that period sitting outside on the front steps smoking a cigarette at like 3 in the morning, hoping she'd come home. She'd go across the street and down by the river. You know, she used to go over to neighbor Jerry's to go hunt mice, because back then when we had 10 cats or however many we had, there weren't any mice in this house. I guarantee that. They were suicidal if they came to this house. So to catch mice, she had to go to the neighbors' yards. Hey, Coke. Hey, Peppa girl. Yeah. And anyway, it was a tough loss coming after the loss of Brother John. So, with that, we're going to take a little break. And we are back again, and Coke's still here with me, and I'm working on that iced coffee. So we didn't do a damn thing yesterday, and I'm not complaining or feeling guilty about anything. It was a good day for me to just rest and regroup, and it was so quiet. It was just so quiet yesterday. Not that I'm complaining. Like I said, look at her. That's what she does to me. I don't have milk in me, not even the milk of human kindness, honey. They were all weaned a little bit early, I think, and they all do that to me to one degree or another. Ruthie and Grace and Chloe. They suckle on me. She's very persistent about it. The other two aren't so bad. That Gracie actually just tries to do it with her own left forepaw or forearm or whatever you call it. Ruthie's a little more aggressive than that, but then she tones it down. But Coke just, she won't stop, will you? You won't stop, will you, baby girl? So yeah, we just hung out here, and then late in the day, ate a couple burgers, I know that. Read to the cats, and then late in the day, finished watching the movie Gettysburg, which we started watching Saturday night. And then we watched the movie Zulu. We fell asleep watching the movie Zulu. And here we are. Hey, baby girl. Hey, baby girl. Look at her go. She's making biscuits and trying to suckle milk out of me. Oh, boy, look at little Margie. Look at that little face. Speaking of little Margie, she was the thumbnail 2 days ago, and she'll probably be the thumbnail tomorrow, or maybe Mama Margie will be. Else loved little Margie. They were great pals. And I know it hurt Else when we lost her. That'll be a story for tomorrow, though. Like I mentioned yesterday, we had, in the course of our life, three major beings in our life passed on July 7th, one being my grandfather, my maternal grandfather, Edward William Karpus. And then we lost Mama Margie in 2011 on July 7th. And then we lost, no, the little Margie showed up on July 7th, 2013. Little Margie was so sweet. She really was. Anyhow, what are you thinking, Coke? What are you thinking, baby girl? So I think it's probably time to haul that stuff to the DPW, and I think today I'm either going to pedal a bike out to the range and do some plinking, or maybe throw the bike in the back of the truck, ride Norway Ridge, and then drive across the road to Devil's Lake and do some plinking. I don't know. I just do not know at this point. Probably stop at Marine Market and pick up some ground beef. That was the last dream I had before I woke up. I was in Marine Market, but I walked in there and everything was gone. It was all rearranged, and they said everything was in the back room now. And anyhow, that's when I woke up. Ryan, one of the guys that works there, in this dream told me, yeah, he said, I'll show you how everything's set up in the back now. Because, you know, you walked in, it was just an empty room. There were no counters, no coolers, no nothing. Pretty bizarre dream. So anyway, I think we'll take one more break and then we'll be back to close. And we are back, and I just wanted to mention a couple things. I wanted to mention about picking out thumbnails for these videos, and I've got thousands and thousands of photos of all my loves over the years. And the DSLR that I have kind of took a shit. I don't know if it can be repaired or if it'd probably just be cheaper to buy a new one. But I want to start getting some photos of these little ones that aren't so little anymore, so I can have them. There's just something about a photo. And I've got so many good ones that I am so grateful to have over the years from all these beautiful souls that we shared this life in this home with. And there was something about my grandfather I wanted to say too. He liked photography, and I think that's where my love of photography comes from. Maybe we'll talk about that more tomorrow. But there was something. Oh, and then I did a lot of reading on the Civil War yesterday, the first Civil War. We're in one now. It's got some incidents, violent incidents, but it's going to get kind of in a cold stage right now, but I have no doubt in my mind, in time, before my time is over on this earth, there's going to be a shooting war. There's no way around it. It's just coming to that point. But anyway, that's all we got. Hey, Coke. Hey, Coco. She's meditating. From the cold gray ashes and coals of my cold black heart, my broken, beaten, battered, bruised, bloody, burdened, empty, hollow, cracked, shattered, hopeless, forsaken, forlorn, bitter, angry, tired, resentful, twisted, convoluted, confused, grieving, happy, and grateful soul, piss off. Happy Monday, and thanks for not tuning in.